Hey everyone, welcome back to the Stoic Inspire channel. If you've ever wondered if a girl likes you, you're not alone. It's one of those questions that never seems to have a clear answer, right? Well, today we're going to explore the secret signs of attraction, those subtle, powerful cues she gives when she's into you. Trust me, these signs go beyond the usual flirty smile or hair flip. We're diving deep into the emotional territory and looking at the things she does when she's truly attracted to you, even if she's too shy to say it out loud. So grab a seat and let's explore these signs together. Number 1. The subtle eye contact that speaks volumes. When she looks at you, it's not just a glance. It's a silent conversation that speaks 1,000 words without uttering a single sound. Eye contact is one of the most powerful and intimate signals of attraction that often goes unnoticed or misunderstood. It's the kind of look that lingers, the kind that makes your heart skip a beat. At first it might seem casual, just a fleeting moment, but if you look closely, there's more to it. Her eyes might widen just a little when they meet yours, a slight twinkle revealing a deeper interest, a connection that's unspoken but undeniably felt. What makes this eye contact so special is its subtlety. It's not the kind of stare that's overwhelming or uncomfortable, rather it's gentle, almost like an invitation, like she's sharing a secret with you that she's not ready to speak aloud. It's the kind of gaze that seems to hold an unspoken promise, one that makes you feel seen in a way that words can't capture. You might catch her glancing at you when she thinks you're not looking, her eyes drifting towards you in a way that's soft yet deliberate. And when your eyes meet, it's as if time slows down for a moment, leaving both of you in a bubble of unspoken connection. What makes this even more unique is the way her eyes reveal vulnerability. In those quiet moments, she's exposing a part of herself, trusting you to see her, even if it's just for a fleeting second. The eyes are windows to the soul, they say, and when she looks at you this way, it's like she's inviting you to peer into the deepest part of who she is. It's as though she's letting down her guard, sharing her feelings through nothing more than a glance. In that split second, you're no longer just two people in a room, you're two souls reaching out to each other, communicating in a way that transcends words. But it's not always about the obvious. Sometimes it's the subtle things, the way her pupils dilate when she sees you, the small shift in her gaze when she's trying to catch your attention without saying a word. Those tiny, almost imperceptible details are the true markers of attraction, showing that she's not just looking at you, but noticing you. It's as if her eyes are searching for something deeper, wanting to connect beyond the surface level. And when that connection happens, it's magnetic, drawing you both into an unspoken understanding that words could never express. The beauty of this eye contact is that it doesn't need to be loud or overt to be powerful. In fact, it's often the most understated looks that hold the most meaning. A simple glance, a brief meeting of eyes, can leave a lasting impact, lingering in your mind long after the moment has passed. It's the kind of silent language that only the two of you share, an intimate bond that's formed through something as simple and universal as a gaze. In these moments, you're not just two people in the same space. You're two individuals experiencing something that feels unique and personal, as though the rest of the world has faded away, leaving only the connection between your eyes. It's these subtle, powerful moments that make the attraction feel so real, so undeniable. And when you recognize them, when you see that depth in her eyes, you'll understand that what's happening is something much bigger than just a passing glance. It's a shared moment of intimacy, a secret exchange between two hearts. Number 2. She remembers the smallest details about you. When someone is truly drawn to you, it's as if the entire world seems to shrink to the space between the two of you. In that space, every little thing about you becomes significant to her. It's not just your big dreams or accomplishments that catch her attention, but the tiny, seemingly insignificant details that make you, you. The way you prefer your coffee, whether it's with extra sugar or just a splash of milk, becomes a cherished fact. She remembers the exact words you use to describe your favorite book, or the expression on your face when you talk about something you love. These moments, fleeting as they may seem, get stored away in her mind like precious treasures. It's not just about memorizing facts either. It's about caring enough to notice them in the first place. These small details show how deeply she's paying attention, not just to your actions, but to the essence of your being. When she listens intently, she isn't just hearing words, she's absorbing the meaning behind them, understanding the subtleties of who you are. Maybe you mentioned offhandedly how you love watching the rain through the window, or how your childhood pet had a quirky habit that always made you laugh. She'll bring it up when it rains, or during a conversation about pets, reminding you how much she values those intimate parts of your life. Her ability to remember is not a product of a perfect memory, but of a heart that is fully invested. She's forming an emotional connection with you on a level that goes beyond casual interaction. She remembers because your presence matters in ways that words alone cannot explain. It could be something as simple as your favorite ice cream flavor or a childhood story you shared. But when she brings it up, it feels like she's saying, "I see you. I understand you. I care enough to hold on to the pieces of your life that are important to you." And it's not just the details she remembers that matter, but how she makes them a part of your shared experience. When she surprises you with your favorite snack, or when she notices you're feeling down and asks about something you mentioned in passing weeks ago, it's a reflection of the depth of her feelings. It's her way of saying, "I've been paying attention. I've been holding on to the little things because they mean something to me, because you mean something to me." In these small acts of remembrance, you feel seen and valued, like you matter beyond the surface level. She shows you that true attraction isn't about grand gestures, but about the quiet moments of genuine understanding. It's in the way she recalls your favorite color, or remembers the words you once used to describe your dreams, that you realize just how deeply she feels. Because for her, it's never just about what you say, but about the person who said it, and the small details that make that person unforgettable. Number 3. Her smile that lights up the room. When a woman likes you, there's something special about her smile that goes beyond the simple curve of her lips. It's as if the whole world disappears for a moment, and it's just the two of you. The smile isn't just a physical expression, it's a reflection of her inner feelings, a silent language that speaks directly to your heart. She may not even realize how powerful her smile is, but it can leave you breathless in a way that words could never quite capture. It's the way her eyes light up in sync with that smile, as if a spark of joy ignites within her whenever you're around. It's a warmth that fills the space, even in a crowded room, making everything else fade into the background. When she smiles at you, it's not just a polite gesture, it's an invitation, a glimpse into the affection she feels for you. That smile, gentle yet undeniably genuine, can convey more than 1,000 words. It's the kind of smile that says, "I see you, I appreciate you, and I'm happy you're here." It's not forced or out of obligation, but rather it emerges naturally as a response to the connection she feels with you. Every curve of her lips seems to whisper an unspoken truth. "I care for you more than you realize." And what makes this smile even more magical is the way it can completely transform a moment. If you're having a bad day and she smiles at you, suddenly the weight of the world seems a little lighter. There's something healing in the genuine warmth of her expression. It's as though her smile is a ray of sunlight breaking through the clouds, reminding you that there's beauty in the small, quiet moments of life. The effect it has on you isn't just emotional, it's physical too. Your heart may race, your breath may catch, but in that fleeting second, you feel seen, you feel alive. The magic in her smile is that it holds no pretense. It's not a tool for manipulation or a mask she wears to hide her true feelings. It's pure and unguarded, a sign that she's comfortable in her own skin around you. It's a silent confession that she feels something real for you without needing to say it out loud. The way her lips curve upward when she's around you, it's the most honest thing she can offer. A silent communication that echoes louder than any declaration of love could. Her smile, when she looks at you, is more than just a momentary flicker. It lingers in the air long after it fades, like a memory that stays etched in your mind. Even if you're apart, you'll remember that smile, and it will carry you through the day, keeping you tethered to the thought that someone out there genuinely cares for you. It's a smile that has the power to make you feel special, seen and loved, all without a single word being spoken. It's a subtle but undeniable sign that she likes you, and that, in that moment, the world feels just a little bit more connected because of it. Number 4. Her body language says it all. When it comes to attraction, words often fall short. It's not just about what someone says, but how they say it, or in many cases, how they don't say it. Body language is one of the most powerful ways a woman communicates her feelings, and often it speaks louder than words ever could. Subtle movements, shifts in posture, and even the way she positions herself in your presence can reveal more about her attraction than any conversation could. Imagine you're sitting with her, and she leans slightly forward, subtly tilting her head to catch every word you say. It's a small gesture, but it shows genuine interest, an unspoken invitation to connect on a deeper level. When she's into you, her body tends to gravitate toward you, naturally closing the physical distance. If she mirrors your actions, like crossing her legs the same way or shifting her posture when you do, that's a clear indication she's subconsciously syncing herself with you, trying to align with you on a deeper emotional level. This mirroring creates a sense of closeness and comfort, as if you're in harmony, emotionally and physically. Her eyes tell an entirely different story. When a woman likes you, her eyes become more expressive. Her pupils might dilate when she looks at you, a biological response tied to attraction. You might notice her gaze lingering a little longer than usual, often moving from your eyes to your lips, or sometimes to other parts of your face. These little shifts in attention can create a magnetic connection, one that feels electric, even if no words are exchanged. It's like her eyes are silently telling you everything her words can't say, a language only the heart truly understands. Pay attention to the way she touches her hair or face when you're around. These actions might seem innocent, but they can be signs of nervousness, excitement, or an attempt to look more appealing to you. A woman who's attracted to you may subtly play with her hair, run her fingers through it, or tuck it behind her ear. These little motions are often unconscious, but serve as a way to draw attention to herself, almost as if she's putting her best self forward for you to notice. Her hands, too, often reveal a lot. You might catch her fidgeting with her fingers or gently touching her neck or lips. These are delicate, intimate gestures, revealing vulnerability and the desire for a connection. But perhaps the most telling sign of all is when her body faces you. In any conversation, you'll notice that when she's really engaged, her body is oriented toward you. Her chest, her feet, her arms, everything is directed in your direction. This isn't just about physical proximity, it's about emotional openness. If she's not attracted to you, her body will instinctively distance itself. You might find her turning away, or her body language becoming more closed off, as if she's trying to put up a barrier. But when she likes you, that barrier dissolves, and you'll see her physically and emotionally leaning toward you. It's in the way her shoulders relax when you're around, how she adjusts her posture to be more open and inviting. In moments of excitement or laughter, you'll see her whole body light up, her posture becoming more fluid and less rigid. Her gestures become more pronounced when she's speaking to you, as though she's subconsciously emphasizing the connection she feels. You might also catch her softly touching your arm or shoulder, not in a way that's demanding or possessive, but in a gentle, reassuring manner, a quiet way of saying, "I'm here and I'm comfortable with you." In moments of silence, her body language can still reveal her attraction. Notice how she might look at you when you're not speaking, or how she will occasionally glance away before quickly looking back, as if she's checking if you're still watching. These little things are the clues that give away her emotions. Sometimes a woman won't say anything at all, but in that silence, her body will shout what words cannot. It's almost as if she's laying herself bare, letting her body do the talking when words seem too vulnerable or risky. Her body language is more than just physical attraction, it's an emotional compass. She's telling you how she feels without uttering a single word, revealing her hopes, desires, and even her fears. She's putting herself out there, showing you that she wants to connect, to be seen, and to be understood. So the next time you're around her, pay attention to the small details, her posture, her touch, the way her eyes light up when you speak. These are the silent signals that reveal the truth of her feelings, a truth that's often far more powerful than anything she could say aloud. Number 5. She engages in playful teasing. There's something undeniably special about playful teasing when it comes to attraction. It's not just about the words she uses, but the energy behind them, the subtle hints in her tone, and the way her eyes light up as she delivers a playful remark. It's as if she's inviting you into a world where boundaries are softened, where the usual rules of interaction are bent just enough to allow something deeper to blossom. When a woman likes you, playful teasing becomes her way of showing interest without directly laying her cards on the table. It's a delicate dance, a playful tension that sparks something in both of you, but it's never overbearing. When she teases, there's a sense of warmth in her words, a soft teasing that's meant to make you smile, not feel uncomfortable. It could be something as simple as playfully calling you out on a small habit, or gently poking fun at a quirk you have. But here's the twist, it's not meant to make you feel bad. In fact, it's the exact opposite. Teasing, in this sense, is her way of expressing affection, of letting you know she's comfortable enough with you to let her guard down. It's as if she's creating an emotional space for you to both share in something intimate and playful at the same time. But there's more to it than just the words themselves. Her body language plays a huge role. When she teases, notice the way she smiles just a little brighter, the way her eyes gleam with mischief. There's a certain lightness to her posture, a relaxed vibe that suggests she's enjoying the moment as much as you are. It's not just a joke or a comment, it's her way of saying, "I like you enough to want to make you smile, to make you laugh, to get to know you better." You might notice that she teases in moments where she feels a little shy or uncertain, a way of masking her vulnerability with humor. It's her way of showing you she's open to you without putting her emotions on display too quickly. The playful jab could be a way of testing the waters, seeing how you react, if you laugh along, if you take it in stride, if you understand that it's all in good fun. She's looking for a connection, and teasing is her way of breaking down any walls, of creating a bridge between the two of you, built on shared laughter and a mutual understanding. What makes playful teasing so powerful is that it invites a deeper level of emotional intimacy. It's not just about the light-hearted remarks or the jokes, it's the way she feels in your presence, how comfortable she is around you, and how she sees you as someone she can share this playful side of herself with. It's a form of emotional vulnerability, and in those moments, she's letting you in, giving you a glimpse of the affection she's beginning to develop, all while keeping the atmosphere light, fun, and easygoing. But there's also a hint of flirtation in it. Her teasing can be a way of expressing attraction, but it's done in a way that's subtle yet unmistakable. It's like a playful game of cat and mouse, where she's seeing if you're paying attention, if you're catching the little signs she's sending your way. Her teasing might be accompanied by the slightest touch, maybe a tap on the arm or a playful shove that sends a ripple of excitement through you. It's all part of the dance, a silent, unspoken exchange that carries more weight than any direct confession of interest could. At the core, playful teasing is a reflection of her emotional investment. It's not just an attempt to get a reaction out of you, it's her way of saying that she cares enough to want to make you feel something. And in return, it creates a bond, one that's built not on grand gestures or dramatic declarations, but on shared moments of laughter, light-hearted banter, and a mutual sense of ease. Teasing becomes her language of affection, a way of showing you that she likes you in a way that feels natural, effortless, and deeply genuine. Number 6. She finds reasons to touch you. When a woman is attracted to someone, the subtle language of physical touch becomes an unmistakable sign of her affection. It's not just about the casual brush of hands or the brief pat on the back. It's a deeper, more deliberate way of creating a connection without saying a word. She will find reasons, even the smallest of reasons, to touch you. These touches, though seemingly innocent or casual, are her silent invitations for closeness. In those moments, there is a tenderness in the way her fingers graze your arm as she speaks, or how she might lightly touch your shoulder when making a point. These are not random gestures. They are her way of drawing you in, of letting you know that her comfort zone has expanded to include you, and she wants to share that space. For her, touch isn't just physical, it's emotional. Each time her hand lingers near yours or she gently bumps into you, there is an unspoken message she's sending, a signal that she feels safe with you, that she enjoys your presence, and above all, that she's letting her guard down. These touches might come when she's laughing at a joke you've told, or when she's trying to make you feel at ease in a conversation. It's the way her fingertips trail across your sleeve, like she's memorizing the texture of your skin, savoring the feeling of being near you. It's a silent dance, a conversation between bodies where the physical closeness reflects her emotional vulnerability. These gestures aren't a mere accident. They are her attempt to bridge the gap, to make the connection more intimate, and to see if you'll reciprocate. She's testing the waters, gauging your reaction to her subtle closeness. If you back away, she might hesitate, but if you lean in or mirror her touch, it's a signal to her that the space between you isn't just physical, it's something deeper, something that could grow into something meaningful. She'll find reasons to touch you because in her world, touch is a way to communicate what words can't. It's her way of saying, "I like you," without having to say it out loud. It's in the way her hand might find yours in a crowded room, or how she will gently nudge you when she's trying to make you laugh. Each touch is an unspoken declaration of trust, a way to create a bond, to make you feel like you belong in her space. Her touch says more about her feelings than any carefully chosen word could. In those moments, she's not just sharing physical space with you, she's sharing something far more precious, a piece of her heart. Number 7. She looks for opportunities to spend time with you. When someone is truly interested in you, they find ways to be near you, to share moments, to weave their life into yours. It's a subtle but powerful way of showing affection. She's not just waiting for plans to happen. She actively creates chances for the two of you to be together. At first, it might seem like coincidence, but there's always an underlying purpose. Whether it's offering to help you with something, suggesting a casual hangout, or simply showing up when you least expect it, she's creating an invisible thread between you and her, connecting your worlds in ways that might feel effortless, but are intentional. There's a deep emotional undertone in these moments. It's not about just passing time, it's about building a bond, one moment at a time. She's looking for small, quiet spaces where the two of you can exist in each other's presence without the rush of the outside world interfering. It could be as simple as inviting you to grab a coffee or walk together after work, where the mundane becomes meaningful simply because you're sharing it with her. Every time she looks for these little opportunities, it's a way of saying, I want to be closer to you. I want to understand you more. I want to know what makes you laugh, what makes you think, what makes you who you are. The magic is in the details. It's in the quiet moments where she doesn't need to fill the air with constant conversation. It's in the way she lingers just a little longer than usual, hoping for a moment of connection, hoping that the space between you two feels like more than just physical proximity, but emotional closeness. Every time she suggests a plan, every time she takes the time to be present, it's her way of telling you that your company means something to her. This isn't something she does just for anyone. She's selective about who she chooses to spend her time with. It's a rare gift when she wants to carve out her precious moments for you, because time is the one thing that once given can never be returned. She knows this, and so, when she gives it to you, it's her unspoken way of saying, you are worth my time, my attention, and the pieces of my day that I could have spent elsewhere. In a world where everyone is so focused on their own lives, it's incredibly rare to find someone who genuinely looks for ways to weave you into their day. But when she does, know that it's not by chance or obligation. It's because she sees something in you, something that makes her want to be part of your story. She might not always voice it outright, but her actions speak volumes. It's the kind of gesture that doesn't need to be explained. You feel it in the way she seeks out your presence. And that, my friend, is one of the clearest signs that she likes you in a way that goes beyond attraction. She's quietly but intentionally making room for you in her life. Number 8. Her actions speak louder than words. When it comes to love and attraction, words can sometimes feel empty, especially when they're not backed up by actions. In the intricate dance of human connection, what truly speaks to us is not always the sweet things someone says, but the things they do, the little, seemingly insignificant actions that reveal deeper emotions and intentions. If a woman likes you, her actions will be the window to her heart, even if she hasn't uttered the words herself. Her behavior, the small gestures, the way she carries herself around you will speak volumes, and it's up to you to notice them. She may not always express her feelings directly, but she'll show them in the way she prioritizes your needs without you even asking. It could be something as simple as offering you her jacket when she sees you shivering, or making the effort to spend time with you despite her busy schedule. These actions aren't random. They are the quiet confirmations of affection, revealing that she cares more deeply than her words might suggest. In these moments, words can't capture the essence of what she's trying to say. Her actions are doing all the talking for her. A woman who likes you will invest her energy into making you feel important. This isn't about grand gestures. It's in the subtle ways she shows up for you when you need her. Maybe she brings you coffee without being asked, or asks you about your day with genuine curiosity. When she's interested, she'll listen to your concerns, remember things you've said in passing, and go out of her way to make you smile. Her actions will show a consistency in how she treats you, whether it's through small favors, the way she holds eye contact longer than usual, or even the soft touch of her hand brushing against yours when you're walking side by side. Every move is a small but meaningful declaration that she's there with you, for you, and that she's invested in the relationship. In fact, it's often the smallest actions that hold the deepest meanings. A glance that lingers a little too long, a laugh that you can tell is specifically for you, the way she adjusts her body to face you when you speak. It's in these quiet, tender moments that her feelings are most clearly revealed. It's in the way she'll remember the little details about you that you might not even notice about yourself. She's paying attention because she's trying to understand you on a deeper level, beyond the surface. If you want to know if she likes you, don't just listen to what she says. Pay attention to how she shows up in your life. Is she present? Is she making an effort to connect with you, to make you feel special? Does she go out of her way to support you in ways that feel sincere, not forced? Her actions will tell you everything you need to know. They're the silent love letters she writes without pen or paper, just her gestures, her time, and her presence. Words may come and go, but actions are the language that reveals her true intentions, her true feelings, and her true heart. Number 9. She opens up about her vulnerabilities. When a woman starts to share her vulnerabilities with you, it's a sign that she sees you as someone trustworthy, someone who creates a safe space for her to express her raw, unfiltered emotions. Vulnerability is not something anyone gives away easily, especially not in the early stages of a relationship. It's a fragile, delicate thing, hidden deep within the layers of pride, past hurts, and guarded walls that we build to protect ourselves from the world. But when she begins to let you see her imperfections, her struggles, her fears, this is when you know she's opening up to you in a way that only a few get the privilege to witness. Her vulnerabilities are more than just confessions. They are the things that make her human. These are the moments when she allows you to see the cracks in her armor, the parts of her story that she may have kept hidden for years. It's an act of courage, one that requires trust and a sense of safety that you, unknowingly perhaps, have provided. The truth is, showing vulnerability isn't easy. In a world that often expects perfection, she could easily choose to keep those softer, tender parts of herself locked away. But she doesn't, not with you. She opens up about her struggles with self-doubt, or maybe she tells you about past heartbreaks that still sting when she recalls them. Perhaps she shares moments of weakness or insecurity that she's afraid to admit to anyone else, but she trusts you enough to show this side of her. It's not for sympathy or pity, it's not for attention. It's because with you, she feels understood, seen, and accepted without judgment. The simple act of being vulnerable is a sign of deep emotional intimacy, something not every person has the ability to give. When she shares these parts of herself, it's like she's handing you a piece of her soul, saying, "Here I am, flaws and all, please take care of this." It's in these moments that you can tell how deeply she values you, because vulnerability isn't a tool for manipulation or control. It's a genuine offering, a chance to connect on a level that goes beyond surface-level conversations and interactions. This is where real growth happens in a relationship. The deeper you go into each other's lives, the more you realize that the person who is brave enough to show their vulnerabilities is someone who sees you as more than just a fleeting presence. She's allowing you into her heart, into her inner world, and that's an incredible thing to witness. But it's also an immense responsibility. When she opens up like this, she's trusting you with something delicate. It's not just about being there for her in the good times, but standing by her side when she is at her most fragile. When she's vulnerable, she's not looking for a solution or for someone to fix her problems. She's simply asking for your presence, your understanding, and your support. That's all. And in those moments, you realize that vulnerability is not a weakness, It's a profound strength, one that requires immense trust to share. So when she opens up, remember that it's not just a conversation, it's an invitation to connect, to understand her on a deeper level than most will ever get the chance to. And that, my friend, is a gift that you should cherish and honor with all the respect and care it deserves. Number 10. She makes you a priority. When a woman is genuinely interested in you, she begins to make you a priority in her life, not just by her words, but through her actions. It's not about grand gestures or overwhelming displays of affection. It's about the subtle yet profound ways she shifts her focus to ensure you feel valued and cared for. You'll notice the little things. She rearranges her schedule, even at the cost of her own comfort, to make time for you. The world around her might be chaotic, yet she finds a way to carve out a few moments just for you. Whether it's a phone call at the end of a long day, or agreeing to meet up despite having 1,000 things on her plate, she shows up for you. It's not about obligation, but rather a deep, unspoken desire to keep you in her life and make sure you know that you matter. She listens intently, not just to your words, but to the spaces between them. She knows when you're having a bad day, even without you saying a word. In the midst of her busy life, she finds time to check in on you, not because it's expected, but because she genuinely cares. It's not about constantly being in touch, but rather about being there when it truly counts. She wants to know how your day went, how you're feeling, what challenges you might be facing, and how she can be there for you. And then there's the quiet act of emotional investment. She's not just physically present, but emotionally available. She makes sure that you're not just another part of her schedule, but someone she's deeply connected to. She's the person who calls to check on you after you've had a difficult conversation or after you've been through something tough. She doesn't shy away from offering a listening ear or a comforting word, even when she has her own battles to fight. Making you a priority doesn't always mean she's going to put everything on hold for you. But it does mean that even in the middle of her busy life, you matter. You are not an afterthought, you are not secondary, and you are not just someone she makes time for when it's convenient. She shifts her priorities, makes small sacrifices, and adjusts her life to ensure that you always have a place in it. It's the quiet understanding that if she cares for you, then she will show it with her time, attention, and energy. This might not always feel obvious. It might not come with fireworks or big showy declarations. It might simply look like her making sure to send a text when she knows you've been feeling down, or planning something special for you when she knows you need it most. But in these subtle, unspoken moments, you can feel the weight of her affection, her respect, and her commitment. When a woman truly likes you, making you a priority becomes second nature to her. Not as a forced task, but as a reflection of how deeply she values you. She's not going to make you a priority just because she wants to keep you around. She will do it because in her heart, you're worth the time, the effort, and the emotional investment. It's her way of telling you, without saying a word, that you're not just someone she likes. You're someone she cares about deeply, someone she's willing to make room for, no matter the circumstances. And in those small, everyday acts, she's showing you just how much you truly mean to her. So there you have it, 10 secret signs that show a girl likes you. These aren't just surface-level actions, they go beyond the typical flirty behavior. They are emotional, subtle, and often deeply personal ways she expresses her feelings for you. If you've noticed several of these signs, chances are she's attracted to you. The best thing you can do is stay aware of these cues and approach her with patience, understanding, and respect. Remember, attraction is a powerful force, but it's the emotional connection that truly deepens over time. So take it slow, cherish the moments you share, and let things unfold naturally. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments if you've noticed any of these signs in your own life. See you in the next video.